I always say Emil Heskey and Julian Joachim, they were big when I was growing up, and Matty Piper. So we've got players like that obviously being from Leicester, seeing these guys on the TV, sort of obviously Emil Heskey scoring every week, and we used to have a paper called the Sporting Blue, and used to see sort of like the Emil Heskeys, Julian Joachims, similar sort of ages on the front of that paper, and it was like growing up you'd always wanted to emulate and be the next person on the front page of that Sporting Blues. But Uriah Rennie, who sadly passed away recently, he was probably, as I started my course at 14, he was probably the only referee that I'd seen sort of colour at the top level, so he was a big inspiration for me. That when I did start refereeing at grassroots level, I did sort of think that, well, if Uriah Rennie can sort of be there, maybe one day I could sort of get to the top. So he was sort of my role model again, which I looked up to in terms of a refereeing point of view. Every year you finally achieve something, you get promoted, and it's like, okay, then what's next? What's next? Genuinely on the Premier League, I'm here and it feels amazing, but I'm now looking, okay, what's next? Can I get to the Champions League level? Can I get to a major a major tournament like the World Cup or the Euros? So yeah, I'm always looking over my shoulder thinking, what's next? But yeah, it does feel amazing, but I think the art is just never stop, never get comfortable, always look for what's next and how best I could sort of expand my career and see how far I can take it. I'm living little Akil's dream every day. I'm living some of my best friends' dream every single day. The Prem's obviously amazing, but with the Prem comes a lot of stress and a lot of scrutiny. I'll go back to grassroots football, and it's some of the same people I saw when I was like I said, 14, 15, 16 years of age, growing up through football, that are still involved in football. And I just go to see them and they've got the same smile on their faces, or people have gone from playing to coaching and they're seeing me and they appreciate me there. And I just love grassroots football. I'll never, as long as I can, never not do grassroots football. I always offer my services just because I feel like grassroots gave me such a grounding and such a help in my career that if I can give back, then I'd always love to keep giving back, especially in and around Leicestershire. Representation is important in every walk of life, in every role, in sort of in every circumstance, and Black History Month is very, very important. And if I take you back to, let's say, being a black person, how did you feel when Barack Obama was appointed to be president of USA? You felt a sense of pride and you felt a sense of achievement, even though you had nothing to do with that, even though I'm not from America, but you feel that sense of pride. And that's why representation is so important, because if you see something, you then believe, oh wow, it can be done. That's someone that looks like me. Could I be the next Barack? Could I be the next Uriah Rennie? Could I be the next Akil Howson? There was either BBC News or ITV News, and Trevor McDonald was on the news. And obviously back in the day when you just used to have 1 to 5, you used to see Trevor McDonald on the news giving you news, and you used to think, wow, it resonates, because it's a bit of representation. And you see it, it's not just sort of black or white or Asian, obviously you've got women as well, but it's that key thing of seeing to believe. And if you can see something and you can see the representation, then you will never stop dreaming or try to achieve whatever you set your hearts on to get to the top or where you want to be. Shoulders back, standing firm. Obviously, within society, there's grumblings of discontentment within society, and it's just about standing firm and sticking to what you believe. Obviously, you can't change the skin colour that you are. You can't change what circumstances got you to this country or whatever. But if you believe that you have the right to be here, stand firm and be a good person. If you can be a good person, then people respect you, and you just show respect to others and show respect to other people's beliefs, other people's cultures, and just, yeah, shoulders back and hope for the best.